This is a list of British princesses from the accession of George I in 1714. This article deals with both princesses of the blood royal and women who become princesses upon marriage. The use of the title of Princess of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland is entirely at the will of the sovereign. Individuals holding the title of princess are styled Her Royal Highness. Since George V's letters patent of 30 November 1917, the title princess and the use of the style Royal Highness has generally been restricted to the following persons: the legitimate daughters of a British sovereign, the legitimate male line granddaughters of a British sovereign, the wife of a British prince. On 31 December 2012, Elizabeth II issued letters patent enabling all children of the eldest son of the Prince of Wales to enjoy the princely title and style of Royal Highness, as opposed to only the eldest son. Princesses of the blood royal and princesses by marriage. Under the current practice, princesses of the blood royal are the legitimate daughters and the legitimate male line granddaughters of a British sovereign, their dynasts, that is, potential successors to the throne. For these individuals, the title Princess of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and the style Her Royal Highness is an entitlement for life. The title Princess and the style Royal Highness is prefixed to the Christian name before another title of honor. From 1714 until 1917, the male line great-granddaughters of the sovereign were titled Princess of Great Britain and Ireland with the style Highness. Since 1917, the male line great-granddaughters of the sovereign have held the style and title enjoyed by the children of dukes. For example, the daughters of the current Duke of Gloucester, a male line grandson of George V, are styled the Lady Davina Lewis and the Lady Rose Gilman. Princesses by marriage are the recognized wives of the sovereign's sons and male line grandsons. Generally, these women are entitled to the style Royal Highness by virtue of marriage, and retain the style if widowed. However, Queen Elizabeth II issued letters patent dated 21 August 1996 stating that any woman divorced from a prince of the United Kingdom would no longer be entitled to the style Royal Highness. This has so far applied to Diana, Princess of Wales, and Sarah, Duchess of York. Since the passage of the Royal Marriages Act 1772, there have been several instances in which princes of the blood contracted marriages in contravention of that act, and several instances in which the sovereign withheld the style Her Royal Highness from a prince's wife deemed to be unsuitable. For example, Prince George, Duke of Cambridge, a male line grandson of George III, married Sarah Louisa Fairbrother in contravention of the Royal Marriages Act. Although morganatic marriage did not exist in British law, the Duke's wife was never titled the Duchess of Cambridge or accorded the style Her Royal Highness. Instead, she was known as Mrs. Fitzgeorge. Most famously, George VI issued letters patent dated 27 May 1937 that entitled the Duke of Windsor to hold and enjoy for himself only the title, style or attribute of Royal Highness, however that his wife and descendants, if any, shall not hold the said title, style or attribute. The wife of a prince of the blood takes her husband's Christian name in her title, as do all married royal women. For example, upon her marriage to Prince Michael of Kent in 1978, Baroness Marie-Christine von Reibnitz assumed the title and style of Her Royal Highness Princess Michael of Kent. Similarly, upon her marriage to then Prince Richard of Gloucester, the former Birgit van Ers assumed the title and style of Her Royal Highness Princess Richard of Gloucester. The situation is slightly different when a woman is married married to a prince who happens to be a peer of the Prince of Wales. Upon marriage, the wife of the Prince of Wales becomes Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales. Upon marriage, the wife of a royal duke becomes Her Royal Highness the Duchess of X. When Prince Richard of Gloucester succeeded to his father's dukedom in 1974, his wife became Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Gloucester. It has been traditional, and is still technically the case, that a princess by marriage cannot be called princess on her first name. However, Diana, Princess of Wales, was so consistently referred to as Princess Diana that by frequent usage it has come to be accepted occasionally in the media. History. The use of the titles Prince and Princess and the styles of Highness and Royal Highness for members of the royal family is of fairly recent usage in the British Isles. Before 1714, there was no settled practice regarding the use of the titles Prince and Princess other than the heir apparent and his wife. From 1301 onward, the eldest sons of the kings of England have generally been created Prince of Wales and Earl of Chester. The wives were titled Princess of Wales. The title Princess Royal came into being in 1642 when Queen Henrietta Maria, the French-born wife of Charles I, wished to imitate the way the eldest daughter of the French king was styled. However, there was no settled practice on the use of the title princess for the sovereign's younger daughters or male-line granddaughters. For example, as late as the time of Charles II, the daughters of his brother James, Duke of York, both of whom became queens regnant, were called simply the Lady Mary and the Lady Anne. The future Queen Anne was styled princess in her marriage treaty to Prince George of Denmark and then styled Princess Anne of Denmark once married. However, in exile at Saint-Germain-en-Laye, the deposed James II gave the title of Princess Royal to his last daughter, Louisa Maria. After the accession of George I of Hanover, the princely titles were changed to follow the German practice. The children, her children, and male-line great-grandchildren of the British sovereign were automatically titled Prince or Princess of Great Britain and Ireland, and style Royal Highness or Highness. Queen Victoria confirmed this practice in letters patent dated 30 January 1864. On 31 December 2012, Elizabeth II issued letters patent enabling all children of the eldest son of the Prince of Wales to enjoy the princely title and style of Royal Highness, as opposed to only the eldest son. Styling of princesses. Princesses of the blood royal daughter of a sovereign, HRH the Princess N. The style HRH the Princess Royal is customarily granted by the sovereign, when vacant, to the sovereign's eldest daughter, daughter of a son of a sovereign, HRH Princess N of X, where X is the territorial designation of the father's senior peerage, e.g., HRH Princess Alexandra of Kent. Prior to Princess Charlotte, a daughter of the Prince of Wales, HRH Princess N. Prior to 1917, a daughter of a son of a sovereign, HH Princess N of X. From 31 December 2012, daughter of the eldest son of the Prince of Wales, HRH Princess N of X. When a princess marries, she still takes on her husband's title. If the title is higher than the one she possesses, she will normally be styled using the female equivalent. If her husband has a lower title or style, her style as a princess remains in use, although it may then be combined with her style by marriage, e.g. HRH the Princess Louise, Duchesses of Argyll, or HRH Princess Alice, Countesses of Athlone. If the princess had a territorial designation, she ceases its use. However, some of the lowest styles are not utilized by senior royals. Princess Anne remains HRH the Princess Royal rather than HRH the Princess Royal. Lady Lawrence. princess by marriage, wife of a prince who has a peerage. HRH the Duchess, Countess of X, or prior to 1917, possibly HH since 1996, divorced wife of a prince who held a peerage. N. Duchess, Countess of X, wife of a son of a sovereign who has no peerage. HRH the princess, husband, wife of another prince who has no peerage. HRH princess, husband of X, prior to 1917, the wife of a prince in the third generation who has no peerage. HH princess, husband of X. List of princesses of the blood royal since 1714. List of princesses by marriage since 1714. Notes: each of the following women married a royal prince, but as the marriages were invalid under the Royal Marriages Act 1772, they did not become princesses. Maria Ann Fitzherbert married George, Prince of Wales in 1785. Lady Augusta Murray married Prince Augustus Frederick, Duke of Sussex in 1793. Lady Cecilia Buggin married Prince Augustus Frederick, Duke of Sussex. She was later created Duchess of Inverness. Sarah Louisa Fairbrother married Prince George, Duke of Cambridge in 1847. Although Wallace Simpson married the Duke of Windsor in 1937, and he was a British prince with the style His Royal Highness, having been confirmed as such by letters patent 27 May 1937 from his brother, George VI. Wallace and her descendants from the marriage were expressly denied the style of Royal Highness by the same letters patent before she married him. As a duke's wife, she was always styled Her Grace the Duchess of Windsor. There have been two instances where a British princess married a British prince. First, the Princess Mary, daughter of George III, who married her first cousin Prince William Frederick, Duke of Gloucester and Edinburgh, and secondly Princess Alexandra, Duchess of Fife, granddaughter of Edward VII, who married her first cousin once removed Prince Arthur of Connaught. In the first instance, Princess Mary was of higher rank and the Duke of Gloucester and his sister were elevated from the style Her Highness to Her Royal Highness. In the second instance, Princess Alexandra had been granted the style Her Highness by her grandfather the King. As the wife of a prince she received the style Her Royal Highness. There is also the curious case of Princess Victoria Eugenia of Battenburn, later Queen Victoria Eugenia of Spain. Prior to her marriage to Alfonso XIII of Spain in May 1906, she was styled Her Highness Princess Victoria Eugenia of Battenburn. On April 3, 1906, Edward VII, in order to elevate her standing prior to her wedding, raised her status to Royal Highness per Royal Declaration which read, Whitehall, April 3, 1906. The King has been graciously pleased to declare and ordain that His Majesty's niece, Her Highness Princess Victoria Eugenie Juliarina, daughter of Her Royal Highness the Princess Beatrice Mary Victoria Theodore, shall henceforth be styled and called Her Royal Highness, and to command that the said royal concession and declaration be registered in His Majesty's College of Arms. Edward VII concurrently issued a royal warrant on the elevation which read, Our will and pleasure is and we do hereby declare and ordain that from and after the date of this warrant our most dear niece Princess Victoria Eugenie Juliarina, only daughter of our most dear sister Beatrice Mary Victoria Theodore, shall be styled, entitled and called Her Royal Highness before her name and such titles and appellations which to her belong in all deeds, records, instruments or documents whatsoever wherein she may at any time hereafter be named or described. And we do hereby authorize and empower our said most dear niece henceforth at all times to assume and use and to be called and named by the style, title and appellation of Her Royal Highness, accordingly given at our Court of St. James's, the 3rd day of April 1906, in the 6th year of our reign. by His Majesty's command. M. Gladstone. Whether this made her a British royal princess is the subject of debate. The former Lady Diana Spencer lost the prefix of Her Royal Highness upon her divorce in August 1996, and was restyled as Diana, Princess of Wales. Buckingham Palace issued a press release on the day of the decree absolute of divorce was issued, announcing Diana's change of title, but made it clear that Diana continued to be a member of the British royal family. This was confirmed by the Deputy Coroner of the Queen's household, Baroness Butler-Sloss, after a pre-hearing on 8 January 2007. "I am satisfied that at her death, Diana, Princess of Wales, continued to be a member of the royal household." Quote, "This appears to have been confirmed in the High Court judicial review matter of Al-Fayed and Amp Ors v Butler-Sloss. In that case, 3 High Court judges accepted submissions that the very name coroner to the Queen's household gave the appearance of partiality in the context of inquests into the deaths of 2 people, one of whom was a member of the family and the other was not. Common names. Of the above-named princesses, there are a great number of shared names. Mary, or similar, occurs 31 times. Queen Mary, her daughter, Mary, Princess Royal, Queen Alexandra, Queen Victoria's daughter, Victoria, Princess Royal and her mother, Princess Victoria, Duchesses of Kent, and, currently, the Queen, Princess Beatrice of York, Lady Louise Windsor, the Duchess of Kent and Princess Michael of Kent among them. Louise is born by 26, including Queen Louise of Denmark, Queen Victoria's daughters, Princess Louise, Duchesses of Argyll and Victoria, Princess Royal, and her mother, Princess Victoria, Duchesses of Kent, Louise, Princess Royal, Princess Louise, Duchess of Connaught, Queens Mary, Alexandra and Adelaide, and, currently, Lady Louise Windsor and Anne, Princess Royal. Victoria is the name of 25 princesses, 19 of whom are named for Queen Victoria, among these being her 4 daughters, her daughter, the Princess Victoria, Mary, Princess Royal, and, currently, Princess Eugenie of York. Among those not named for the Queen are her mother, Princess Victoria, Duchess of Kent and Queen Mary. Others include Charlotte, Alexandra, Augusta, Elizabeth, Caroline, Sophia and Matilda.